Welcome back to our Rise Prime Time, where we offer perspectives on the news and talking points of the day. I'm Somna Sambo. And we now move on to my next guest, who is popularly known as the Rice Man. Kenneth Imasuagbon of the Labour Party says he's the most suitable aspirant to defeat the APC and PDP and clinch victory if he emerges the party's flag bearer in the September 21 governorship poll in Edo State. He made the remarks when he picked the expression of interest and nomination form for the governorship polls at Labour Party's national headquarters in Abuja. Imasuagbon, who is popularly called the Rice Man, says he has a capacity to galvanize the entire Edo voters to Labour Party like it happened during last year's general election. He says it's his turn to be the governor of the state and describes himself as the best man for the job. This will be his fifth attempt to occupy the Osadebe Avenue government house. His popularity had soared high when the educationists began to cater for the needs of the poor masses of Edo State in the last 20 years by doling thousands of bags of rice, which has made him to be politically relevant over time. Imasuagbon is said to be the most experienced and consistent aspirant with popular support seeking the Labour Party's governorship ticket. Political analysts have posited that for the Labour Party to win the 2024 governorship election, it needs to field a popular and acceptable candidate that can bring in the votes for the Labour Party.
By this form, I'm giving yellow card to the past decade of APC administration in Edo State. Enough is enough. We are tired of the suffering. We are tired of the bad roads. We are tired of the insecurity. We are tired of election rigging. Tinubu was right when he said Emilokon. I declare by this form, Emilokon is the turn of Edo Central to produce the governor of Edo State in 2024. I have put in 20 years of hard work, industry, crisscrossing the 192 wards of Edo State 10 times. No man knows Edo like I can in Imasuagbon. No man have fed Edo people, the poor, the women, the students. Nobody have given them iPad scholarship like I have done with my sweat money. The people of Edo are waiting to pay me back. All that I will say, Labour Party should give me the ticket. When they give me the ticket and I fly the ticket on the 22nd by the grace of God, says fini, it is finished.
Well, for more on this, I'm now being joined in the studio by the governorship hopeful Kenneth Imasuagbon of the Labour Party. So good to have you. I mean, you said the Edo people owe you something. What exactly do they owe you?
God bless you. God bless Arise TV. You're doing a great job. May God prosper the country. Bless Edo. What do Edo people owe me? Not really. We owe each other. We owe the future. We owe the yet unborn generation good life. The dream is, let's leave Edo better than we met it. The state of Edo today is deplorable. It's unacceptable. I'm not happy. I'm not a happy person because when I play on Edo roads, the other day, I was moving from Auchi. I went to see the Otaru of Auchi. Between Agbede, Auchi, Ewu, I was there for 2 hours. And I said to friends and colleagues in the car, I said, God forbid there is a heart disorder or situation now, or emergency. Except you have an helicopter to take you to University of Benin, you cannot even make it. Is that the Edo I want to leave behind for my 4 kids? So for any Edo person, the state of the state is unacceptable. I repeat it. Yeah. This is basically because of the poor leadership in the past. We had leadership when we were boys, when we were in primary and secondary school. We are Edo people, the all Bendel people. Remember those days when we were in Ife, as students, we pride ourselves as all Bendel, Edo Delta. Is that the case today? No. When we had people like General Samuel Gbomondia, when we had people like Bruce Ali Folonshaw of blessed memory, the system was working. Everybody was at least operating at par, at parity. We have values and respect and regard for one another. The insecurity situation in Nigeria is unacceptable to me and to any godly or any person of good conscience. Yeah. The unemployment of our youths is unacceptable. The deplorable situation and dilapidating situation of our school system. It's unacceptable. I'm here in Abuja, Sambo. I run pace setters. We've got 7 schools in Abuja. I have run the school for over 20-something years. Pace setters is the measure of schools in FCT. By extension, in Nigeria. I want to repeat that in Edo.
All right. Kenneth Imasuagbon. We're talking about public service now, and of course the conditions for private sector are always different from that of the public service. Let's talk exactly about how you've been in Edo politics, and you yourself wouldn't extricate yourself from some of the challenges being faced in the state, because you were in the PDP, you moved to form the AC, yes, and then which now became ACN, yes, ACN, and yes, then APC, and then you left and moved to PDP to help PDP, and you dropped for Obaseki, and eventually you are castigating this same set of people for poor governance. Can you remove yourself from all of this?
You know, Sambo, the story of Edo State is sad vis-a-vis the Nigerian nation. The problem of my movement, it's when I started the history of my political life to be governor of Edo State in 2003. Then President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was a governor. Now I have 2003 to now is 21 years history. I'm still in the trenches. Why? I've fallen a victim, or I'm a victim of the tyranny of the few, which we call in Nigerian politics the Godfathers. The Godfathers, you know as I know, Nigerians know, they've been the bane of political growth. They want to anoint people, and those who they anoint, with due respect, don't have the ability, they don't have the expertise, they don't have the exposure, they don't have the passion, they don't have the love or the compassion to help the poor.
Well, I'm sure you wouldn't have rejected an endorsement to if any of the Godfathers choose to actually anoint you as the next
this is my
governor.
Time. You know why this is my time? God has prepared me. Now, God bless Peter Obi and Dati and Abure and others. In a free and fair Labour Party primaries, of course, the rice man will emerge. Every Edo child, every Edo person all over the world, they're on their knees praying for rice man to pick the ticket of Labour.
You think so? In the midst of people like Olumide Akpata, the former NBA chairman, and others, although you are the first to actually purchase the former, but who we hear are on the way.
Okay, now the challenge Olumide will be having is a new being, it's a new person in politics. With due respect to him, yes, in areas of law he may have his strikes, I respect him. But in politics, nobody knows him. If you are in Edo State, it's a newborn. He hasn't cut his teeth. It's just a newborn.
Are you saying he has to spend 20 years in
politics
not
like
20
you
years, before he's known?
But this election will be about the street, the people, which is the street, versus the gang up of the cartels, the Godfathers.
And who are the cartels?
Well, time will tell. There are 2 cartels, the PDP cartels and the APC cartels. They have devoured the state for a long time. Now, the people want freedom, and I'm the champion of that freedom. I will be leading from the front, not from the rear.
And they say the political platform you're coming on is also a baby, just like you said of Olumide Akpata. The Labour Party is seemingly new in Edo politics. So how do you think you can translate that into votes? I mean, using the platform to translate all of what you have said into real votes.
My experience, the people know me and I know them. The people want to resonate with a man that they know. They don't want strangers. I mean, I don't want to mention names. I have called them the Lagos strangers. The stranger coming to
are you talking of Aswe Godalo?
Well,
who is being said to be the anointed candidate?
They are strangers. Can they drive from Benin? Can they drive from Benin? Do they know the road from Benin to their villages? If they walk on the street of Benin or Afema, Afuze or Akoko Edo or Samorika or Pepe, Udaba, Ugbogui, Who knows? With due respect
well,
to them,
he comes from the same senatorial district like you, Esan.
No,
yeah, of course. And so that's why I'm thinking that there's going to be a huge contest. If you do emerge as the Labour Party's governorship candidate, how much of a fight do you think that the Labour Party can give the PDP if both of you emerge? And then, of course, there's the APC to beat.
Intel we have is that their headache is me. APC and PDP, they have a common enemy, Riceman. The day Riceman emerges as the Labour Party candidate, that's the end of PDP and APC in Edo State. Do you know why? One or two, the two ends, the two parties, they are birds of the same feather. They are one side of the same coin. Same character, same dream, same vision. I have been with the people. I am a street, credible person. For 20 years, I have touched the life of people through education in Edo State. 20 years, I have touched the life of people through feeding. The people gave me Riceman. I didn't give, that's not the name my dad gave to me and my mom. My name is Kenneth Imasuagbon. But today, if you call Ken, they don't even know who is Ken. Riceman. They're beyond that, Sambo. Medically, I have a ward named after me at the University of Benin, UBTH, because for the past 20 years, I go there to pay medical bills for people I don't know. I've given over 15,000 iPhones. I bet them in Virginia, in Tyson's Corner. The American people had to even do investigation on me whether I was a terrorist or whether I'm a terrorist. What am I doing with iPhones? They now discovered I was giving them out to Edo people. What else do you need?
All right. As we try to round off this conversation, the Labour Party primary election is coming up. I want you to talk to us as to how far you've gone in canvassing for votes in the primary election. And then let's talk about how the Labour Party can reposition itself to be an election-winning political machine. Because I remember current Governor Godwin Obaseki was afraid of the Labour Party and obedience prior to the presidential election. And I mean, one of the videos that kept circulating then was that he was saying that, look, we don't know where these people are from, but it looks like they are a formidable team. Do you think that the Labour Party can replicate what happened during the presidential election, during the governorship polls?
God bless Peter Obi and Dati. They've laid the foundation for our victory. I think Peter Obi won that election in Edo State with 70-something%. And why? Because he's popular, because he's acceptable, because he's known, because he gave the message the people wanted. He resonated, his message resonated with the people. Today, the Kenneth Imasuagbon, the Riceman, is the Peter Obi of Edo State. I will even do better than Peter Obi, with due respect to him.
When you say you're the Peter Obi of Edo State,
I will mean.
Do you have the popular slogans that people are using? I mean, because I know the followers of Peter Obi are known as obedience. Yes. So
okay.
What will they now call your own followers?
When campaign starts, you will see the magic of the people, the strength of the people, the ecstasy of the people. I have identified with the poor people for the past 20 years. How do you take that away? You can't take it away. There's no miracle. I see APC boasting that President Tinubu, with due respect, is the president of the Federal Republic, is coming to take care of it.
Of course, you can't denounce the issues of federal might.
There's no might. The might you have is the voters' might, the people's might.
So
if God Almighty, through the delegates, give me ticket by the 22nd of February next month, waiting, baking.
All right, so does that mean that you actually have confidence in INEC's ability to conduct a free, fair, and credible election?
Great question, Sambo. Let me tell you, the INEC we have is the reflection of the might of the people. The INEC knows Edo now. They can't dwell with us now. You will toil with Edo voters. How will it happen?
Edo keeps saying that it's not Lagos and all of that. Are you saying that that may be replicated during the governorship election?
By God's grace, I pray the party gets it right, feed a popular candidate, not money bags, not people we don't know. You see, if you get a popular the candidate of the people, that the people can touch, they can feel, that they can resonate with, that they know, the people will drive a free and fair general election. If I'm on the ballot, the game is over. Self-winning, like the French will say.
All right.
So,
I mean,
it's not,
just before I let you go.
yes, sir.
You have people like Adams Oshomole to contend with in the APC. You have people like Godwin Obaseki to contend with in the PDP.
Yes.
Who does the Labour Party have as a strong man in Edo State that can withstand any pressure by these two people?
Rice man.
Interesting. But you're going to be a candidate yourself.
Rice man. Again, rice man. And we also have Peter Obi. Peter Obi is larger than life. When Rice man and Peter Obi comes to on the campaign trail, Jesus Christ, what will happen? You will see the gap. The gap will be too wide.
Oh, all right. And you don't think the young generation will say you're too old, you should step aside, let's bring a younger person?
I'm in my mid-50s. I'm in my mid-50s. When I started in 2003, I was just 30-something, 36.
Wow.
So I'm in my mid-50s. Yes. Experience also counts. There's a place for experience.
All right.
Yes.
I guess that's where we'll have to leave it. Experience in the election is one you can't take away within Nigerian politics. But we must thank you so much, Kenneth Imasuagbon, popularly known as the Rice Man, for joining us on Rice Prime Time.